Hello everyone. I, Ms. Bhavana Danesh Munod, welcome you all in Agricultural Development Trust, Shardabai Pawar, Mahila Arts, Commerce and Science College, Sharda Nagar, Baramati. Good day, dear students. Last period, we studied in business services about cooperative bank. Also, we studied about primary credit societies, but for revision part, again I will repeat what is cooperative bank. So, cooperative banks are mostly established or popular say in semi-urban and rural areas. And the main motto or say main aim of cooperative bank is to provide credit to economically backward people children, especially farmers and small scale industries. So cooperative bank will help them, and it is at three different levels. The cooperative bank functions at three different levels children. So first one we already studied, that is again I will repeat, primary credit society children. So under this primary credit society, this cooperative society works at village level and they collect deposits from members and common public. They also get funds from the state cooperative bank and district cooperative bank for the purpose of lending. So this is first one, that is primary credit society. Now come to the second part related to cooperative bank only children, about district central cooperative bank and state cooperative bank. So district central cooperative bank children, these banks operate at district level. Primary operates in village area. Primary cooperative bank children operates in village area. Then district, the another division of cooperative bank say the function or their work according to the second part is district central cooperative bank. So these banks operate at district level. They obtain deposits from common public at the district level children, but and also get funds from the state cooperative bank for the purpose of lending. Now district cooperative bank, so example, which particular village is under district and whatever their state will be, according to the state, this particular village, this place will get funds for the purpose of lending, means to give loans to the people. So which bank? District Central Cooperative Bank. Then the third one children is state cooperative bank. Now this state cooperative bank will operate at state level. So suppose we are staying in Maharashtra. So Maharashtra State Bank, that is state cooperative bank, will be there in Maharashtra. It will work according to our state. So our state is Maharashtra. So their cooperative bank will be there. Now what is the work of this state cooperative bank? They will provide funds to central bank and primary credit societies as required. Central bank means what? Central cooperative bank. And primary credit societies, whenever they require money, this will provide funds. So state cooperative bank also will function or monitor over district bank and credit cooperative societies children. See, state cooperative bank, what they have told monitors, means what will check how the district bank and how credit cooperative societies are working children. So this is the function of what? Cooperative banks. Cooperative banks are specially formed for farmers and small scale industries which will provide them money. So how they work? They work in three types say children. Primary cooperative bank is there, then state cooperative bank is there, district cooperative bank is there children. So according to that they will work. So district will also get funds from state cooperative bank children. And when the state cooperative bank is functioning, who will monitor the state cooperative bank? Credit cooperative societies. So the state cooperative bank will also perform function and also will check the work of district as well as primary cooperative bank. So these are the types of cooperative bank what we are studying now, and an activity is given that list down. So as a homework part children, you can take this activity. Find out in Maharashtra, our state, which primary credit society is there, which district banks are there, or what are the state cooperative banks children. So that you can take as a homework part or will discuss in online period. Now come to our next point in this chapter. Now the fourth one, industrial development banks. Now the fourth type of bank, children, we are studying, that is what? Industrial development banks. Now what are these banks doing? So these are financial institutions that provide medium and long term funds to the business firms. So say the example of these banks are giving Industrial Finance Corporation of India, IFCI is there, State Financial Corporation is there, Maharashtra State Finance Corporation is there, etc. So these are the banks who are working at industrial development, means they will provide loans or lend money for the development of industries. So which bank are there? Industrial Finance Corporation of India, children. See if you can see IFCI, then Maharashtra State Finance Corporation, MSFC. So these are the banks which will provide loan. Then what are the functions of development bank over here? Provision of medium and long term funds to business units for the purpose of expansion and modernization. See the functions of this industrial development bank, that is SFC and IFCI, that is Industrial Finance Corporation of India, children, State Finance Corporation of India. What they are performing? Their functions are to provide medium and long term funds to business persons, business units, or say any industry. Why they provide funds? So that that business industry will grow, expansion of growth and industries will be there, modernization will be there, children, if they provide loan. Then the second one is underwriting of shares issued by public limited companies. Now see, children, industrial development banks, the second function, they work as underwriters also. Underwriting of shares issued by public limited companies. Now first of all, I will tell you what is the meaning of underwriter. Say underwriters means the person who guarantees to repay the money back. Now suppose you are dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, children. You have opened an industry. Now you have opened an industry, you have kept aside, say, capital formation, means the amount, some amount you have kept aside as savings. So in future you can utilize for the company. But even working capital is there, the next duty of an entrepreneur is to search an underwriter, children. Underwriter means what? If that company, particular company is in loss, she doesn't have money, so this underwriter will guarantee the company that in critical situation I will help you. That is called as underwriters. So here this bank, that is Industrial Development Bank, is working as an underwriter of shares for whom? Public limited companies. Keep in mind, means guarantor that they will give them money if they are in loss or in critical situation. That is the second function of Industrial Development Bank, children. Then the third one is what? Purchase of debentures and bonds. Means due to Industrial Development Bank, we can purchase debentures and bonds. If we require to do any investment and we don't have money, we can borrow from this bank for investing money in debentures and bonds, children. So we can purchase debentures and bonds with the help of Industrial Development Bank. So this is the function of what? Industrial development banks who will look after the growth and expansion of industries, children. Now we come to the next bank, that is Exchange Bank, fifth one. So Exchange Bank as well as large commercial banks facilities, what they do? They help in foreign exchange transactions, children. Say examples of exchange banks here, they have given Barclays Bank, Bank of Tokyo, etc. So exchange bank means you can exchange foreign currency over here, children. Say rupee converted into dollar or rupee converted into dinar, like that. So foreign exchange transactions will be done in this bank. Which bank, children? Exchange Bank. So Exchange Bank, what they have told, as well as large commercial banks facilitates foreign exchange transactions. So examples of exchange banks are Barclays Bank, Bank of Tokyo, and the functions what these exchange banks do, children, they finance foreign trade transactions, issue of letter of credit is there, discounting bills of exchange is there, remittance of dividend, interest and profit is there. That is what related to exchange banks function, children. See, again I will repeat, we studied about Industrial Development Bank. Now the fifth we will study about Exchange Bank. Now Exchange Bank, what is there? They have told it is as large as commercial banks. So what they do? They facilitate foreign exchange transactions. Then banks are there. Barclays Bank is there, Bank of Tokyo is there. And what are the functions related to foreign exchange bank are there? This foreign exchange bank provide finance for foreign trade transactions, means import and export business if you have, example children. So this bank, foreign exchange bank will help you in giving the money will be converted into foreign currency, which will be helpful for you regarding import and export business children. Then the second facility they give, that is letter of credit, and we have studied in 11th standard regarding letter of credit children. If you remember regarding import and export business, that LC, letter of credit, is more important. Why? Giving an assurity about payment. Who gives? Bank. So assurity of a payment is given by importer or exporter, whatever, the buyer, the seller, both want assurity of payment. So that is given by exchange bank, that is letter of credit. Then the third one is what? Discount in bills of exchange. And the fourth one is remittances of whatever dividend, interest, profit, whatever it will be there, it will be done in foreign exchange bank children. So that is the fifth bank, Exchange Bank. Now we'll see the sixth one children. The sixth one is, if you can see, Regional Rural Bank, RRBs. The sixth one, that is Regional Rural Banks. Now we'll see when this Regional Rural Bank was established. So Regional Rural Bank was established children in the year 1975. And these banks are sponsored by large public sector banks children. As well as the capital of this RRBs, that is Regional Rural Banks, is contributed by whom? Central government. 50% contribution of central government is there, contribution, RRBs, in 1975. See, Regional Rural Banks, they have told, established year, if you can see children, in the year 1975. Then these banks, who sponsor these banks? So these banks are sponsored by large public sector banks children. Over here, if you can see. Then what is the capital? Means finance for RRB. How much finance is contributed to regional rural banks? So they have told 50% contribution is by government. Which government? Central government. Then state government contribution for finance is 15%. For whom? Regional rural banks children. Keep in mind. Then sponsored banks are 35%. And RRBs mobilize deposits primarily from rural areas children. So see what we have studied related to exchange banks over here. Then we studied the contribution of funds, say, or capital to rural bank. So what was there in that? 50% contribution was there for rural bank from government. 15% was state government. Sponsored banks were there, little bit, they give 35%. So their duty of RRBs was to mobilize deposits primarily from rural areas children. Primarily means attract investors from rural areas who will invest money in bank. So this was done by whom children? Regional Rural Banks, RRBs, where contribution of finance was done by central government also, state government also, and sponsored banks to attract rural investors so they can deposit more and more money. In which bank? RRB, Regional Rural Bank. Then we come to our next bank children, that is Savings Bank. So we'll see that. Now what is Savings Bank? The main objective of Savings Bank is to encourage savings of the people, so especially in rural areas. So examples of such banks include Postal Savings Bank, commercial banks and cooperative banks. So savings banks means the main objective of saving. We all know we do savings. Why we do savings? For future. Yes or no children? But that savings, if we do in bank, a little if we do in bank children, you get rate of interest on that. So more encouragement for savings have been done by the government by having what? Rate of interest a little bit higher in savings. So the main objective of savings bank, they have told, to encourage savings for the people. So especially in rural people or rural area, government highlighted the point, made them alert that savings should be there. So examples of these banks are postal savings banks. We have, postal savings bank is there. Our post office also we called is as post office accounts are also there, children. Postal saving banks is also there. Then we all know commercial banks are there and cooperative banks are there, that we have studied. So this comes under which? Savings bank. Now the next bank, children, is investment bank. See, what we are studying, services of bank. In that we are studying the various types of bank which are providing services to the public. So that under that 7th bank has come savings bank, then come to the 8th one, that is investment bank. Now we all know investment means you are depositing money so that you get in return with higher rate of interest, whatever money you want. Or say practically, children, many of them invest their money in assets, in land, purchasing a flat, purchasing a bungalow. Why this fixed asset is purchased? That in future, whatever property you have purchased, it will give double the rate, double the amount. That's why people do investment now. So for investment bank, what is the function we can see? These banks provide financial and advisory assistance to their customers. So their clients generally include business firms and government organizations. So investment banks facilitate mergers and acquisitions by undertaking research and providing advice on investment decisions. So generally, investment banks do not directly deal with general public. See, directly deal with general public is not there. How they attract the customers? See, what they do? This bank provide financial advice, say, or advisory assistance to their customers. So they include who? Business firms and government organization, children. Directly they don't deal with the public. Now you will tell how business firms. See, as I have told you before, if you remember, children, that any business organization, when they do transactions of money, they don't take money in hand. Cash is not taken in hand by the business person. They always have a bank to do transactions of money. So then investment bank is used where people will deposit money, and in a type of investment, children, they will get shares, debentures and bonds in return. So that's why business firms and government organizations, they have a bank. So this bank will be investment bank where people can deposit their money or investment, whatever they want to do, and in that return they will get shares, debentures, bonds of that particular company. So as the shares will increase, the person will get the profit. So this investment bank does this work. Generally they don't deal with the common public, general public. They deal only with the government organization or business firms. Then we have 9th bank, children, 9th one. So specialized banks. Now what these banks do, children? These banks cater to the requirements and provide overall support for setting up business in specific areas. See, we'll study again what this 9th type of bank do, children. It is a specialized bank. So these banks cater, what they do? Cater to the requirements and provide overall support for setting up business in specific areas. So these are specialized banks. Now we'll come to the next point in specialized banks, that is export and import bank, children. EXIM. We have studied EXIM policy means export and import. Now these bank, what they do? They provide financial assistance to exporters and importers and functions as the principal financial institution for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing export and import of goods and services with a view to promote the country's international trade. See, very important EXIM bank, that is export and import bank. It provides finance for what? To have expansion of international trade. And why it is necessary, children? So that economically development will be there of that particular country. More and more export and import business we do, our financial currency will improve. So this bank, what they have told, export and import, children, they will provide financial assistance. See this one, export and import, EXIM bank. It will provide as financial institution for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing export and import of goods and services with a view to promote the country's trade. So, specialized banks we see it, savings banks we have seen, investment banks we have seen children, export and import bank we have seen. Now we will come to our next point in this chapter, that is the second type of bank, SIDBI. We all know SIDBI is more familiar, that is Small Industries Development of Bank of India children, that we studied. See, we are studying about this SIDBI, that we studied in 11th standard, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India children. We are familiar to that. 11th standard also different types of banks were there. And we studied about NABARD also children, and we studied about Small Industries Development of Bank of India. So, according to this, what are the functions of NABARD as well as SIDBI? We will see in the next period children. Till then, bye and thank you.